Foo Fighters, Rope, one of the best songs of all time. Welcome back to another episode of Anthony and Air Podcast. Hunter Biden controversy all over the place. Big guy, grand jury testimony today. We'll share you all the details. Sorry. We've got Secret Service cost for Hunter Biden too. He's costing us an arm and a leg, Frankie C. And
it's better than 4 of them.
Here's the thing with that though. Who cost the most out of the last couple of presidents?
I could take a guess.
Well, we'll find out. I have official documentation on all that jazz.
Okay.
Elon owns Twitter. Literally, he bought a whole bunch today. Plus, is Truth Social in trouble? Spoiler alert, yes, they are. But
I could have saw that coming.
What do those two things have to do with each other?
Nothing.
A lot of teasers.
Yeah.
You would think we were going to a commercial break on a radio station the way we're teasing here today.
Teasing the crap out of me.
Madonna's scary TikTok. Kanye is out of Coachella after the Grammy ban. Speaking of the Grammys, not so great for Louis C.K. after he won, believe it or not. This is a JSAB story. She'll be joining us. A woman cancels her wedding after finding a secret folder on her fiance's desktop. We have a DOTS product testing update for you. We've got fan feedback. We've got family feedback.
Ooh.
And we are happy to welcome back Jumpstart Coffee Company, proud sponsor of this episode and the podcast, Frankie C. They are back. We are still doing memberships and Jumpstart. We are trying to make it all work, big man. So we need your support. Click on the links in the description below and buy some coffee or join the membership area, or please both, because if you enjoy the podcast and you want to see it stay around for the next 5 years, you got to do the support thing. That's all on this episode. Let's go. Some rope, I'm coming loose. Can't stop listening to the Foo Fighters since Taylor
Foo Fighters are great, but greatest song ever?
I tell you what, their last 2-3 albums have been as good, if not better, than their first couple of albums.
To be fair, I haven't heard the last couple.
I know that's the sad thing about music. Nobody has. That's the thing.
No.
Nobody has.
We need good radio stations to play that stuff around here. That's the problem.
Did you watch the Grammys?
No.
I watched parts of it, and here's the saddest thing. We always made the joke that the Foo Fighters were the last rock band we had, and now that Taylor Hawkins is gone, I don't know if we have any more rock bands.
Well, the Foo Fighters is still going to be a thing.
I don't know. Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
It's hard to tell.
Yes.
Like Charlie Watts died, and the Stones were like, we didn't even notice. We were replacing his sick ass anyway. But you look at Zeppelin, and as soon as Bonham died, they were like, we'll never fucking play again. And outside of 2 isolated times, they held to that.
I feel like Zeppelin was a different animal, though. That was they're weird. They're weird, bunch of weirdos.
All right, let me know in the comments below. Do you think the Foo Fighters will return? I would like to know.
Janie wants to know if I've watched Slap Mountain.
Yeah, did you watch that yet?
I didn't.
I haven't watched it either yet.
Gonna be honest, I forgot all about that. Sorry.
Yeah, it takes a while to get through everything that everybody sends to us. By the way, it's good to see Paige in the comments. I've yet to watch something Paige just sent me. I Raven. I got a lot of people sending stuff. It's hard.
It's hard on the sending stuff, you know.
Yeah.
No, keep sending.
Apologies. Keep sending stuff. It just takes a while to get to them. I blame my children for getting in the way, to be honest. And if
I blame your children too.
I'm happy to do so. Anyway, but my point is that they were the only band we had left. They couldn't make the Grammys. There was literally not a rock performance,
which is sad. But you know, you can't have every genre up there on stage. If you look at the full list of Grammy winners, there's like 100 categories.
I know,
and it's like it's everything you could possibly think of. And who won and all that. Everybody was nominated. You never heard of more than half of them. And, you know, there's classical this, there's jazz that, there's all these crazy subgenres and all these things. And they give out Grammys like they're like it's Pez. But I mean, it's all good stuff. It's just well deserved. I'm just saying, like, I think you're a little exaggerating a little bit about the last rock band. There's still
I've
rock
never been
bands
known
out
to
there.
exaggerate.
I told you a million times not to exaggerate. All right.
No, but it's true though. I'm sorry, but Metallica's not getting regular invitations. Greta Van Fleet, as great as they are, not getting regular invitations. There's a lot of rock bands out there that don't get the invite. Foo
How do you
Fighters were
know?
the only ones. They were carrying the torch for rock music. And now that they're on I guess a little break for now while they figure out Taylor's, situation, his role.
Right.
I feel like that's it. You're not going to see a rock band come to one of these pop crossover performance things, for a while.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you can't have every genre there in one
I
night. You
know, but
should. They
it's
should
rock
get
and
rid of
roll.
some of the BS and just play some music and just music award, music award, music award. That's all it should be. Interviews, who's wearing this? What do you? I don't care about that. Just it's the Grammys. Play music,
I tell
give
you
an
what, I thought
award.
we'll talk. All right, we did too much Grammys up front. We'll get into Grammys when we get up to it. But I thought they did a nice job with it for sure. Little update on Dolly Parton though. Remember how she was like, "Hey, don't include me in the Rock and Roll
Rock and
Hall of
roll.
Fame." Yeah,
Yeah,
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was like, "Too late. It's the shit's been printed. It's over. You're on the fucking ballot."
we made the flyers already.
Yeah.
Very little we can do about it. You're in. Show up. Don't show up.
With all due respect, Dolly, I mean, we're looking at another $150 in costs if we were to reprint and send everything out, and we just can't swing that right now. So
No.
gonna have to do. You're gonna have to see your name on the ballot. Anyway, listen. Stop distracting me, Frank. You're
From what?
a Democrat, and you are trying to keep this Hunter Biden story out of the show, and I don't appreciate it because I'm a truth seeker. I don't know if you knew that.
Okay.
Do your research.
Never.
Hunter Biden. There was grand jury testimony, of course. This investigation, kind of weird in a choppy place because the people don't want to really acknowledge that we're investigating this Hunter Biden, but he is being investigated. There is a grand jury going on right now. And according to a source who spoke with the New York Post today, a witness testified before a grand jury and identified the big guy in this infamous conversation that Hunter had with the I believe this was the Chinese deal that he had going on. Back from 2017, they had to hold 10% for the big guy. And under grand jury testimony, a witness testified that the big guy, no surprise here, was indeed President Biden.
At the time, vice president, but yeah.
Correct. At the time, vice president. No.
2017. Oh, I'm sorry. He was not president. He was nothing at that point.
Former vice president. Technically, I think he had declared that he was running already by that time. But I could be mistaken. The timeline could be off.
I don't think so. That's like 3 years before.
When was Charlottesville? Charlottesville was 17 or 18. He declared like right after that. He didn't. Maybe
he declared he was running 3 years before the election. I don't think
maybe
so.
It wasn't official, but I know he cites Charlottesville as the thing that got him on the on board to do this.
But okay.
Obviously, this is the 2017. This is the CEFC China energy deal that they talked about, the emails and everything else that they have on this. This is not the first time somebody has. Well, it's the first time somebody testified in front of a grand jury with the threat of perjury. But
isn't it always perjury whenever you testify?
I'm just saying, U.S. Navy veteran Tony Bobulinski.
Vinny Boombatz.
Yeah, I think Vinny Boombatz's cousin. He said that he, obviously you heard that Joe Biden was the big guy. So he's talked about it. A couple people who have some ties to this have all spoken about it. But what's interesting here is obviously Hunter is going to catch a bunch for this. How much is Joe going to catch for this? Because this is a pretty big deal if he was doing this sort of shady material post vice presidency, pre presidency. I know people will argue, well, he was a private citizen. Okay. But still, shady deals with the Chinese government You're holding 10% on the side for, Joe Biden. Not a great thing. Now, here's what's interesting. White House Chief of Staff Ron Klain said that President Biden was, quote, confident that his son didn't break the law and confident that his family did the right thing, but also told George Stephanopoulos on This Week, the ABC show. But again, I want to just be really clear. These are actions by Hunter and his brother. They're private matters. They don't involve the president, and they are certainly something that no one at the White House was involved in. So again, interesting how those words were chosen. And what do you believe? Do we believe? I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility that Joe Biden knew and his sons were doing these dealings and giving him a little kickback. But I also don't think, and this is not like I need to protect Joe Biden because I don't give a flying fuck, but I don't put it past the realm of possibility that Hunter Biden is just a huge piece of shit and was doing shady dealings behind his father's back. Like, I know he said we got to hold 10 for the big guy. That doesn't necessarily mean that 10 got to the big guy, that he wasn't taking the big guy's 10 himself.
Right. You never know. And even if Hunter made all these deals, doesn't mean that the big guy knew about them.
Right. It doesn't mean that he didn't either, too. So, I mean, this needs to be...
Yeah, absolutely. That's why it's going to be investigated, et cetera, et cetera.
Wholeheartedly investigated.
Yeah.
I mean, this is as shady, if not more so, than any of the shit they were saying about Trump and Latte.
Yeah, but look at, okay, if you're going to bring up Trump, then look at his kids. Ivanka, while she was working, she was apparently a part of the White House staff, right? She was part of the government, held a position in the White House, made over $640 million in her time there. From China, had all these patents and bullshit. She was still raking in money. She made all that money during her period. When you're doing that, don't you have to like curb your business so it's not, influenced? So your government dealings aren't influenced by your personal business.
You're supposed to. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, if everybody's getting investigated, let's investigate everybody. That seems shady to me, no?
I'd like to bring on the real Slim Shady. For those of you who don't know, it's not Eminem. It's our own J Sabs.
There she is.
What up,
I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady.
Also known as Wilson.
What happened there? All right, we'll talk about J Sabs in a moment. But wait until you hear how much Hunter's costing us in Secret Service fees. That is crazy. Crazy. We'll do that in a second. First, let's welcome back Jumpstart Coffee Company. We love Jumpstart Coffee Company. People got freaked out when they didn't sponsor, I think, 2 weeks or 3 weeks of the episode. Yeah, it was nothing against Jumpstart. We never stopped drinking Jumpstart. It was just we wanted to give a little breath, a little breathing room to our membership announcement.
Right. Yeah. Plus, we were waiting for Starbucks, but they never called.
Also, that we can't get that. Dots Pretzels and Starbucks can't seem to get a call back from either one of those.
Get them on the phone.
Yeah, update on that in a second. Of course, we love Jumpstart Coffee Company because of all their amazing flavors. Frank's holding up the medium blend. What do you got there?
This is the dark roast.
The dark roast.
My favorite one.
Medium blend, espresso blend. That's what I'm drinking currently at the moment. Is the espresso blend. I love it. Gives you that little bit of extra bitter taste that you might be used to if you drink in the Starbucks. If you love the Bucks.
That was cold.
What?
I said, damn, that was cold.
I think J Sabs is just riffing off of stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
That we're not aware of.
Oh, all right. J Sabs, you doing your own podcast?
Yeah, guys, hold on a minute.
You're also you're supposed to brew the coffee, not snort it.
Oh.
Don't rush the judgment. Snorting could be good too.
Maybe I never tried it.
Yeah, you should. I'd like to get you snorting things a little bit more, Frank. Anyway,
speaking of Hunter.
Right.
Anyway, great coffee, great cause. That's what we say because 50% of the proceeds from Jumpstart Coffee Company go over to the Navy SEAL Foundation, which is an incredible cause to be supporting.
So nice.
Obviously, you know, you look at you're right there. All right, let's give Frank a minute. You look at what's going on in the Ukraine, and you never know when it's going to come time for us to have to defend ourselves, both here or around the world. And of course, the Navy SEALs do that, so it's always great to support the Navy SEALs. By the way,
go ahead.
for a limited time only, we've been talking about the subscribe and save for Jumpstart Coffee Company. If you join and get a coffee subscription from now until May, you will earn a free 30-ounce white tumbler.
Ooh.
And let me be so bold as to say, this is actually nicer than our own Anthony on Air tumbler. Like that's
I believe that.
They have a better logo, I'll tell you that much.
All right, everybody.
Hey, if you're gonna crap on your own show, I'll crap on it too.
Look at that beauty right
off
there.
air.
Yeah, subscribe and save. Make sure you use the promo code AOA15. Click the link in the description. Support Jumpstart Coffee Company. It goes to support us. We appreciate everything that you guys.
Excuse me,
Janie for $2. Thank you.
Actually, jacking me off for $2 too.
There it is. All right.
Nice.
Janie said, "Quick, Frank, go, go, go." So I had to jump on.
There we go. Thanks for the super chats. Always appreciate that. Jack and Janie seem to be. I'd like to get them a show on the podcast network. First of all, Jack and Janie in the morning.
The Jack and Janie show. Yeah,
I think that would be phenomenal. But very appreciative of their super chats.
Right. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you guys. You guys rock. I like Robin's comment. Hunter and Junior might end up at the same rehab.
That would be nice.
That'd be a nice. You know, that'd be a nice like ending. Like if this whole thing was a movie, that'd be a good like resolution to their storylines. They both end up there.
Well, remember we found out that Tucker and Hunter are like best pals.
Right.
So it would be nice if we can cross those party lines in rehab together.
See, a lot of stuff gets solved in rehab, so why not? Just bring everybody there, talk it out, write in your journals, whatever you do there. And talk and just work this stuff out.
Yeah, I don't think there's party lines in 12-step programs.
You leave that crap at the door.
Yeah. Okay, so do you guys want to take a stab, a little guessing game? Fun for everybody in the comments watching live. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, you can do the star thing now. If you're watching on Facebook, there's going to be a little star thing on the bottom. You can purchase some stars and throw some stars our way.
Wow.
That's a new thing. Yeah.
So much to remember. Stars. You get members. You join our membership thing.
It's almost
it's all worth it, but it's a lot to remember.
This is the world we live in.
I know Susan F's stuff. I have not been to rehab. No. Susan F's stuff is a great name, by the way.
Is there a hang stuff on my coat rack anonymous? Because if there is,
trying to make me go to rehab, I said no.
All right, guess what the Secret Service is ponying up monthly to protect Hunter Biden?
$100,000
a month.
Yes.
I'd say $350.
$350?
$1,000.
25 cents.
75 cents.
No, a month. 1.2 million a month. Look at that's a crazy guess. It's
all right.
Not
$50,000 a month.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna wipe the board. You're both over. Guess again.
We're both way over. Okay,
way over.
What are you complaining about?
You're both way over.
Is it that much then? We're going. All right, $20,000 a month. $20,000.
20 grand.
35.
Got to give it to Frank. Price is Right rules.
Fuck.
$30,000.
Oh come on! I was closer.
But you were over.
$30K to rent a. You ready for this? No. Malibu mansion. Because Hunter Biden has deemed himself that he's got to live in Malibu.
Oh.
And the Secret Service has to protect him. So they've had to rent this Malibu mansion just to provide him with protection. The mansion has 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a gym, a tasting room.
How many laptops?
The property features a built-in barbecue space, pool, and spa. It also has a spiral staircase leading to a castle-like tower.
Okay, I want to go there.
The master retreat has a wet bar, which offers it's a wet bar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all got it. Yeah, that's so
That's
they
nice.
rent it or he rents it
They're
or it's his
renting it.
place.
Hunter is renting his place. Guess how much he's paying?
Oh
What are you
God.
talking about? Wait. What do you mean he's paying?
Well, Hunter's living somewhere, and the Secret Service had to rent a mansion because they have to
I thought
set
they
up
were
a
all
base.
with this. I thought he and the Secret Service were all in his
No,
mansion.
you don't move in with the Secret Service. They
So then what's the
honestly,
point of the Secret Service if they're living a mile away?
well, they're not a mile away. They're close enough to be able to protect him, to have a base.
I don't know about that.
I mean that's like owning a gun and burying the bullets in your backyard. It's like what's
Right.
I love the two of you are suddenly security experts for
Well,
challenging
correct
the
me if
Secret
I'm wrong.
Service.
But if someone breaks into Hunter's wherever the hell he's living in the
Yeah.
mansion, or the Secret Service is in the mansion. No, he's in some other place.
Well,
If
they're both in mansions. They're just separate
Okay.
mansions.
So if Hunter's in a mansion, someone breaks in, and let's say, just saying it, maybe they take him hostage or something, whatever goes on.
Ooh.
Okay, or they take him out of the house, they kidnap him. What I mean, by the time Secret Service knows what's going on and gets down there,
Yeah.
how long would that be? Let's say it takes 5 minutes to get there. These people could be in and out and gone already. Why wouldn't they be? They should be in a place that's either right next door or connected in some way.
They probably have to take shifts at the house.
I'm sure there's got to be a few.
Well, there's a bathroom. Of course, they got to take shits there. I mean,
But
there's no Starbucks nearby, in case you're wondering, Jason.
actually, God, imagine. The thing is, if you had to make a duty at Hunter's house, he probably wouldn't even know because he's so coked up. But this girl I know, her husband is actually Secret Service. And
every story.
For Trump.
That's one.
It's true. It
It's
is
a girl
true.
you know. Everyone you know.
This girl
Wait,
I
you know somebody who is married to a Secret Service person?
Yes. I'm not allowed to say who. Ah.
Sure you are. I'm sure.
Oh.
I'm sure nobody has. They went to all the Secret Service's friends and said, "Don't say who it is." I'm sure you're allowed to say.
You don't know this girl. But
They said don't say on a mid-level podcast.
right.
But you could say it on this one, a low-level one.
Oh, Anthony, yeah, sure. You could say whatever you want. And he protected Trump, and he still does it.
Still
Actually,
protect Trump.
they actually moved from I guess Virginia to Florida to follow him.
That's interesting. I guess you got to move to be with the president. If
Right.
That's your, but I guess you have. I wonder if you get it. You have to have a choice, right? Like they have to give you the option if you want to move or not. Or can they just?
Well,
is it like the
you
army?
could
where
quit.
they just
You could
assign
quit your job.
Yeah, I wonder. Like,
Well,
we're
ask her now.
going.
I would like to know.
I'm gonna ask her.
I'd also like to know what the passcode is for the Pentagon. See if you can get that information.
Just the Pentagon.
Yeah, I got
I'm sure
some.
there's
Okay,
one
hold on,
passcode
I'm on
for
it.
the
I'm
Pentagon.
on it.
Yeah. I get it. How do we get into the records room? Because I got a couple things I need to erase. Thanks for sending that email right away.
Yeah. That was very good miming.
She types very fast.
Oh, I'm a fast typer.
That's. I read that in the bathroom about you. The
Sure.
only person on this earth who wants to harm Hunter is Joe. Just saying. That's from Janie.
Well, I'm sure Joe is not very pleased with what's going on.
I mean, I think if anybody's gonna sneak Hunter some tainted Coke, it's gonna be.
Oh, definitely.
Dad's on the phone right now at Secret Service. Like, if he goes out to buy Coke, don't stop him, especially in the shady area where he could OD. That would be just excellent timing right now.
Just leave him.
Just leave him be. Yeah, don't stop him from those 2:00 in the morning runs. Yeah, $30,000 to rent this house next to. Did I tell you what Hunter's rent is?
No,
You want to guess?
20.
Nailed it, big dog. Way to go.
So I was right before when I said 50.
Well, no, but the one the Secret Service pays, the other one Hunter pays.
Okay.
But because you got
so
it
Hunter-
exactly right, you get both showcases.
Oh, perfect.
Da-na-na.
So
Da-na-na-na.
Hunter is footing the bill for his stuff.
Right. We are
And-
footing the bill for his security.
That seems normal though for security. Like
It is normal, but it's kind of crazy when you look at this crackhead is literally how is he paying for a $20,000 a month home in Malibu and then costing us another $30K in fucking security.
Well, because he's a real estate con man. Oh wait, that's a different guy.
Oh well.
It's just, I feel like I got to be honest with you. I know this is America and we all have freedoms and shit. I kind of feel like the first family needs to rein it in a little bit, no matter who the first family may be.
Yeah,
Because-
every time. Well, except I got, let's be fair. Obama, there was really no
shit there.
no shit going on.
His
And also, to
daughters
be
are too
fair, his
young.
daughters were very young, so
Yeah.
there was no shady crap, of course.
Wait, what about Bush?
Bush
Bush,
didn't cost us anything.
I mean, he
Might have
he
been in
had-
college. Weren't they
Yeah,
in college? at
kids
the
were in
time?
college at the
That's-
time.
You can't do anything about that.
I mean, whatever they have, the kids need protection as well. They have to, every president, when they come into office and have kids, the kids get Secret Service too. That's a given.
Yeah. part
You
of the
can't. Yeah, that's what happens. That's every president.
But okay, Trump. Well, I'm going to give you the real cost of Trump. But part of Trump's thing was Barron wanted to stay and go to school in New York. Okay, I get that. I understand. That's understandable. But do you have to go and fucking live in a mansion in Malibu? Like, is that fucking necessary? I mean, really?
Probably not.
You don't even have a job technically. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a crackhead loser anywhere. You choosing a Malibu.
Well, if you're going to be a crackhead loser, if you're going to do something wrong, do it right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's right. I don't know. I just feel like at some point, if you're Joe, you got to kind of pull your son aside and be like, are you fucking crazy? We're under scrutiny for your China deal, your Ukrainian biolab funding. The laptop shit's out there, and you're selling shit paintings for $400K. Why don't you just take your old bedroom in the old Delaware house for a fucking year or so? Let's calm it down a bit.
Yeah, they should pull. You remember the movie Black Sheep with what's his name?
Jack.
No,
Yeah, it was Jack Black.
no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Tommy Boy and Chris Farley and David Spade. The
Yeah.
movie Black Sheep.
Mhm.
So his brother, Chris Farley's brother in the movie, was running for governor of Washington, I think, Washington State. And Chris Farley was the black sheep of the family. He was like a screw up. And they just stuck him away in a cabin in the middle of nowhere and said, lay low until we're done.
Is that what you're proposing? We should stick him in a cabin with David Spade?
Yes.
I actually don't hate that. I think that might be the best idea you've ever had.
I think you put them two together, you either don't hear from them for for 6 years or however long,
Mhm.
or they make a great show together.
I was going to say a horrible movie, but okay.
Or a horrible movie. Black Sheep was not a bad movie.
It was just misunderstood.
I liked it. I could still watch that movie. It's a funny movie.
All right, if Black Sheep is on and also Tommy Boy is on, which one are you clicking on watching?
It depends on my mood. They're both
Are
good.
you insane?
Yes.
I
They're
mean,
both good, but
they're both good, but I'm
Tommy
watching
Boy is
Tommy
the better
Boy.
movie.
Yeah.
It is the better movie. But I could watch. I used to, when it came out, we had the VHS tape of it. And we used to just pop it in at random time, and just have it on because it was just a cool movie.
How fucking old are you?
Very.
You are really old.
What's a VHS?
Yeah, we're on TikTok now, Frank. They're not going to understand what the hell you're talking about.
They know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Janie, geez Louise, isn't there enough bedrooms in the White House for Trump's kids too? Just saying. Actually, there's no room in the White House. If you really look.
They should do. I mean, I'm sure there's one exists, like a Cribs episode of the White House. Just walk through how many in the residency, how many rooms are available, how many this is available, how many rooms, of course, are probably off limits, Lincoln bedroom, whatever bedrooms you can't go in because they're like touristy things.
There's not a lot though. I mean, the White House is famous for not having enough office space for staff members and people working out of closets and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
And
either
the
build
basement.
it. They should either expand it, or
they
have a
did.
secondary place.
They did a top secret. It's not too secret, but they did like a whole, like, we don't know the extent of it, expansion under Bush. They actually added another floor to the White House.
Really?
Yeah, like secretly, like the way, like they kind of did it on the roof. It's hard to explain, but they did it. And
which
God knows
Bush?
what they
Two.
George Bush 2, more Busher. They built down to Lord knows how, what that involved or where it went. And they still don't have room for people. People are still just working off of fucking.
Yeah, because half the building is residency, and then there's tourists coming through every day.
I don't even know if they could do that anymore. I don't even know if they're doing
There's-
tours. To the White
They don't
House.
do tours anymore at the White
I'm
House?
not sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I feel like we talked about this though. Aussie Annie, thank you for your $2.99 of Australian money.
Ooh,
That
I don't
equates
know.
to how much?
I
No
think
idea.
about 43 cents. I'm not sure, but I appreciate
43
it
cents.
nonetheless.
it's 43 cents we didn't have.
Here's the
Hold
good
on.
part, though. It comes with a koala bear. So, Frank, I'm going to need you to take the first shift on watching this thing.
I'll take the koala bear.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. But she's also a member, Aussie Annie. Also one of our members. Appreciate that.
That's huge. We do love the members.
Yeah, you got to, guys, sign up for the membership. It's down below. 3 different levels. Check it out.
Yeah. Okay. So here's it. So everybody started losing
225. Go ahead.
There's 225.
What's
Yep.
Not bad.
I'll take it.
Now we have enough food to feed the
Ooh.
koala for a day and a half. So that's good.
Excuse me, choking now.
You okay?
Yeah. Ooh.
Take a guess at what the secret. Okay, so here's the Secret Service breakdown. This came from a budget document released by the Treasury Department. It compared. We can't really do Biden because he's only been in for a year and they haven't tallied everything up just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But comparing Trump to Obama, which is hard to go back and compare it to Bush even because you're talking about costs and everything.
It's also hard to compare it to Obama because 8 years versus 4 years.
True. But on average, here's how they break it
years.
down. On an average, that's true. We are going to get 4 more years of Trump, Frank. So just hold on to it. On
Oh,
average, Obama's family took 133.3 protected trips per year that they were in the White House.
Who did? I'm sorry.
Obama's family.
Okay.
Meaning that Barack wasn't necessarily on the trip, but they still had to go with Secret Service protection.
Okay.
Obama's family took 133.3 protected trips per year. Do you want to guess how many the Trump family took on average
Oh God.
for a year?
Probably a lot.
A lot more than that.
Well,
I'll say 230.
230. Guesses in the chat as well if you want. Throw out those guesses. 230? J Sams?
I'd say 325.
Wow.
325.
No. I'd
That's
say
every day except
I'd
like
say
1 month.
150.
You sure you don't want to stick with 325?
Is it that high?
Gary says 900. Nope, not close enough. Beat My Drum says 285. It's over 900. Robin says 1200.
Well, there's only 365 days in a year.
Still not enough.
What?
But keep in mind the family. So if
So
5 of them are
multiple trips in one
traveling
day.
in a day,
They're all not together. They're all doing their own separate flights
I'd
and
say
whatever.
500. You mean for all 4 years?
No,
No,
a
on
year.
average in a year.
Oh.
And Robbins was too low, right? 1,200 was too low.
The truth comes out of Denmark, 1,300, still too low.
2,000.
1,625 trips.
Yeah. So before you start complaining about 20 grand for what's it called, Secret Service for Hunter, how about we look at 1,600 trips
Well,
a year?
don't get caught in the right versus left
I'm
argument,
getting
Frank, here.
caught.
This is all ridiculous.
It's all ridiculous. Of course it is.
All ridiculous. Yeah. We shouldn't be paying for this many trips. We also shouldn't be paying for fucking, Malibu mansions.
No, there obviously should be some kind of limit because, I mean, you can't tell the president how many kids to have, but you have to give them a budget. Yeah, it shouldn't be unlimited like this. It should be, here's your travel budget for the year. You exceed it, there's got to be some kind of, you have to go through some kind of procedure to get more out of a budget. But if this is what you have to work with, and that's what it should be.
I think we shouldn't elect people with more than 2 children. That's my thing for this.
I'll go for that. That's
2
fine.
children cap. You got 3, you're out of luck. You can't fucking run. You can't do it. Yeah, but that study included the Secret Service ladies of the night parties. Just saying. Was that? Well,
Pro- prostitute parties. Didn't the Obama Secret Service go to like I don't know South America and have some crazy party or something?
well, who doesn't go to South America and have some fucking crazy parties?
That's kind of
mean,
true.
come on. People who are stockbrokers do that shit, and their life's not in danger every single day. So let's take it
It's
easy
true.
on the Secret Service for blowing off some steam.
That's true. And Jack Mehoff, thank you for being Team Frank. Appreciate that. What, did I stop the whole thing dead? What happened?
No. I'm
what?
sorry.
Okay, we just stopped. Everybody just
Froze.
all just drifted.
All right, so that's the whole Secret Service.
How
debacle.
much on golf trips?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll say
Can't tell.
0 for President Biden this year.
All I know is I was just like Cuddles was just going. I took a picture of her going through the costs of running this show, and I can't imagine what it's like to be an accountant for the White House. Like it must be insane.
I can't imagine what it's like to be an accountant. Period.
Like on an average business, how many Janine, when you were at your last job, you were at a fairly small, decent sized small business. How many accountants were there, bookkeepers and shit? 3 or 4?
No,
Less?
way less. There was
You were at a poorly run small business. That's a bad example.
Right.
We had I actually did some of the accounting.
That's why the business went under.
Exactly.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Some of the bookkeeping actually, but we had like an office manager who also did some bookkeeping, but she didn't even know how to use Excel, so she doesn't count.
Oh,
Plus,
boy.
she's a cunt.
Oh,
And then we had an accountant who would come in once a month and like just square up the month end, and that was it, really. I mean,
that's all you need for the most part on small business.
yeah. I mean, we didn't have like expenses that weren't crazy. So there was no like crazy like, oh, what do we file this one under? Or it wasn't, I don't know. A lot of it was just like what's the word? Like automated, like paying the bills and everything. Like that was just very easy. So
I just can't imagine what the costs are like to run the government, like what that.
Oh, that's a whole different story. Yeah.
Comes up to.
Oh, they do the budget every so often at the end of every year.
I mean, just even though, forget the government, even the White House, just running the White House.
Yeah.
Between the dinners and the Secret Service and the
HR company, HR part.
And they can't take gifts, and they got to pay for it's like all this kind of weird shit. It's like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Okay, let's go over to Elon. Elon now owns Twitter. Like
really?
Literally. In
well,
one,
is it because it's a public traded thing?
Yeah, in one foul swoop, though, he bought a 9.2% stake in Twitter, which makes him the largest stakeholder. He owns more shares than Jack Dorsey, who started the damn thing. Isn't that crazy. Insane? It's a nutty story. So 9.2%, he becomes the platform's biggest shareholder a week after hinting he might shake up the social media industry. Twitter shares surged 27% today. Kicking myself for not selling my AMC to buy that shit. Anyway, this according to regulatory filings. The gain marked the stock's biggest increase since the first day of trading following the company's 2013 initial public offering.
Whoa.
The stake is worth about $2.89 billion. That's how much he paid for the 2%.
Yeah.
Elon last week polled more than 80 million of his followers. Last month, asking them whether the company adheres to the principles of free speech. After more than 70% said no, he asked whether a new platform was needed, and he said he was giving serious thought to starting his own. #Truth Social. I guess he decided, screw it, why start my own
This
when I
already
could
exists.
buy one that already exists. Which, if we've learned anything from Truth Social, that is the smarter move to do.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's not easy to launch these things and get people to commit to them.
Yeah. So now, does he, as the largest shareholder, does he get to make the rules his own, or does he have to? He doesn't have to go through anybody, right? He could just do what he wants with the rules.
Very insightful, Frank. What's the biggest rule that's been troubling Twitter lately?
Silencing
censoring?
Republicans.
No, silencing assholes.
Who's
Doesn't have to be Republican.
Who's the biggest dog in that kennel?
Trump.
You think he's going to bring that? This leads to the question.
Why? Elon is not a fan of Trump, isn't he? Eli's hard to nail down because
Eli.
What'd I say? Eli?
You said Eli.
I switched to Eli Manning. Try and stay with me.
Oh, okay. So Eli Manning.
Okay. Eli Manning. Go ahead. Right.
Elon, he's quite charitable and very liberal. Obviously, smoked pot on Rogan. That was a big thing that a lot of Republicans wouldn't do. But he's a real big free speech guy, and he upped and moved an entire portion of whatchamacallit? What's his car company there?
Tesla.
Tesla. Thank you. I'm losing my mind. He upped and moved Tesla to Texas just because of the Democrats in California and how they were hamstringing him during the pandemic. And he was really outspoken against some of the things that happened during the pandemic. So he
moved to Texas because of the taxes. Come on.
Well, maybe he did. I don't know. But
why does any company move to Texas? They did. A lot of companies did that because the taxes were a lot more.
But he did something that was very not Republican, which is he sold all his fucking houses. He lives to work on this SpaceX shit now. He lives in like a small house, literally, like one of those little trailers they come and set up for you. That's what he fucking lives in right now. He sold all. We did this story a couple of months ago. He sold all his houses. No, I don't. I'm just saying he's not a typical like conservative person. You know,
well, he's not a conservative, right?
All over the place.
Isn't he not a conservative? I thought he was very. Oh, we lost J Sabs.
But is he going to reinstate?
Well, we don't know. He could do whatever he wants, but he would have to change up the written rules. He'd have to rewrite them. You know, if he wants to reinstate someone like that, it's his right to do so since he owns the thing. It's not a freedom of speech debate on Twitter because freedom of speech covers your speech against the government, and the government has no right to tell you to stop saying stuff. Twitter has every right to tell you, go fuck yourself.
Well, they might be changing that tune if
that's what I'm saying. It's up to him.
Chooses.
Right.
That would be quite the story. It would be the biggest thing since the slap if he buys this for $3 bills just to put Trump back on it.
Doesn't it feel like the slap was like 10 years ago?
No, it doesn't. By the way, Trump desperately needs it because Truth Social is a nightmare. Janie, another super chat. Appreciated so much.
Thank you.
Big tip. YouTube takes 30% of super chats. You guys need PayPal, Cash App, etc., and put it in your description.
Oh, and probably what's the app that
OnlyFans?
There you go.
OnlyFans, yeah.
OnlyFans takes about 20%. That's it.
I don't know. YouTube takes 30%. By the way, our government takes another big chunk too. So
yeah, for every dollar, we're probably getting about a nickel.
When it all flushes out, yeah, it's really not a lot, which is why we did the memberships, which YouTube also does take a chunk of. But it's funny because this isn't the first time I've heard this, and I appreciate Jane saying it and saying it in the super chat. I didn't want to do Patreon because I didn't want to take people into these other weird realms. But the more we do this stuff, the more people keep bringing up PayPal and Cash App to me and all these things.
It's something to consider. I don't see why not.
It's become a convenience thing for people too, because of Facebook is doing this whole stars thing. They wrote me a whole thing. It was like, you have to do stars, do all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, we'll put it out there to people. But if people don't want to purchase stars when I hear about total honesty, when I hear like memberships, I get exclusive information, super chats, understandable. I understand all those things, but like stars, it's like you have to buy these things, then you push I wouldn't necessarily think to do that, but supposedly in the gamer community, it's been massive and it's been really successful for them. I don't know if that will translate to other areas.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
I don't know, but they are pushing stars. So I don't know if you're watching on Facebook, and you see the little star thing below, click on it. Supposedly it's really easy to purchase them, and then you could throw them out like you do hearts on like a TikTok or what was it, Periscope? Remember Periscope? You used to hit
Oh,
the
yeah.
Periscope and the hearts would go flying. You could
What
do
happened
that.
to that?
Oh,
I don't know.
Right.
Well, Twitter
Let's
bought
keep.
them.
Oh, well, there you go. Let's
Yeah.
keep it friendly in the chat, guys. Come on, take it easy.
that's
I'm-
not nice.
I'm missing half the comments. It's
Yeah,
okay.
not nice, guys. Take it easy. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
Go
Janie,
ahead.
excellent point. Another super chat. Thank you so much. Most people do PayPal, Cash App as their tip jar and mention it in the description. We will set that up. If it'll make life easier for people to support us, we will set that up. I will say, a lot of people join the memberships. We still have a lot more people that we need to join the memberships, but everybody has been very. Again, total disclosure and honesty. We'll always try and do that. I've had one person complain to me about the memberships. One person.
What was the complaint?
It was like, how could you charge people for your show? And I was like, well, we're not. It's still free.
The show's free.
We just gotten to the point now where we can do a smidge more, and that's what we're going to put behind the paywall. But other than that, and what I don't think some people get is what we're doing now is great. Could you imagine if we could do it a lot more? Like the more members we have, the more that we can pull in. We can go and deliver even more days, more times. Could you imagine more JSABs? That's what she said. I mean, who doesn't want that?
I don't know. I don't know if I can handle anymore. But I'll try. For the good of the show, we'll all try.
All right. Anyway,
Just
back
try.
to Elon. JSABs, your opinion. Do you think he brings back Trumpkins, and when?
I think he'll probably allow him back. I think so. When? I don't know.
Which would be the ultimate like capitalism, like it doesn't matter, like money talks and bullshit walks, like for all the safety and everything else that Jack Dorsey was talking about, for them to just be able to be bought up, and now this guy gets to call the shot. I don't know if he does. I don't think anybody knows yet because this just happened today. So we don't know if these are voting shares, super share, like there's all sorts of different things that go into.
Yeah, how much control? I mean, yeah, he's the number one shareholder, but how much control? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's fine print in Twitter's background that says who can control the, maybe there's a vote needed, a majority vote needed for to change rules. I don't know. Maybe you have to get all the shareholders to decide. Who knows? But we'll see. I never thought Elon was a big Trump guy, and I didn't know if I know he's a freedom of speech guy, but
Well,
again,
that's the thing.
This is a private social media platform.
But let's say he's not a Trump guy, but he's a free speech guy. Let's say
that's fine.
Free speech overrules his hatred for Trump.
That's fine too. But what's it called? He could, if that's his angle, then fine. If he wants to just go, everybody gets a clean slate, free. You can allowed to say whatever you want, no holds barred. Then that's got to apply to everyone, no matter what's said, right? Even if there's like crazy shit said that shouldn't be, even like dangerous stuff. I mean, you have to draw the line at some point, right?
Well, what's interesting is that's what Truth Social is supposed to be. But after Frank reads his super chat, because it's his turn, I'm going to tell you what's going on there. Go ahead, big man.
Jack me off for $5. Picture Frank on OnlyFans in the George Costanza underwear pose. Hey,
Now I want to know which one of the two of you leaked this to Jack, because I know we had a big meeting about this.
Darn
and
it.
I didn't say shit. So was it you, Janine?
The key word is
nothing.
tasteful. Keyword is tasteful, guys.
You're out of the meetings, the both of you.
Listen,
podcast meetings by myself from here.
what I do on my OnlyFans is for me and my members only. So,
out of all of Trump's friends, it was Roger Stone who was the first one to hop up and complain about being censored on Truth Social.
I mean, the guy that was in jail and had to be pardoned, that Roger Stone?
He had complained about radical Islam in a post, and the app that was meant for free speech flagged the post as quote unquote sensitive content.
Oops.
Yeah, there's sensitive. You could still view it though, right? Because I see if you go through Twitter, there's a lot of sensitive comments and stuff. You can still choose to look at it if you wanted to.
By the way, who's not going to choose to look at that stuff? I look at all of it, like
No matter what
everything.
it is.
no matter how horrific and awful it looks like it's going to be. I'm fucking
scroll past. It's not worth it.
I can't. I got FOMO. I can't not click on one of those things.
No, definitely not.
Especially like on like Instagram where it's like, oh, it's blurred out a little bit. I'm like, I'm clicking on that.
Right.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Okay, that's your that's your choice. That's your freedom.
By the way, did you see I put this reel out the other day? Let me hop on over to our social media and just give a big fat thanks to Joe Rogan for fucking up our shit.
Well, thank you. While you look at that, thank you, David Christopher, $4.99 super chat. You're not charging people to listen to your show. That is a silly comment. He's right. Yeah, we're not. This is the show. There's a show. That's a show.
This is the show.
This is the free show. We do extra stuff that is just the, for the members. It's all extra on top, added stuff.
We're not charging, but we are taking years off of JSAB's life.
I mean, years.
I put this up because I didn't realize that this was happening, but I went over to Spotify to check on our shit. And now if you take a look, you see that blue line?
Yeah.
Above our episode? That's the COVID warning line that is appearing on Spotify now. That when you look at how many there are. That was 1, 2, 3, 4.
So what's wrong with that?
5, 6, 7, 8, like 9.
Well, are those all shows where we talk about COVID? Probably.
Because as long as we say the word COVID now, we get a fucking.
Yeah, but we're not just saying the word COVID. There's probably topics about it.
Well, you guys just said it so many times in the last couple of seconds. We're definitely getting on this episode.
Yes,
that's fine. So what's your complaint about that?
Because then we get shadow banned. We get fucking pulled off of these algorithms. We get killed in the algorithm, which is why again
not on Spotify.
Thanks, Paul.
You're talking about, right?
Thanks, Paul.
I literally do not know. When I had the meeting with Spotify, they reached out to us and they were like, by the way, I'm just joking around about the Rogan thing because we can't shit on the big dog because everybody owes him. But when they came to us and they were like, we want to put your video feed on Spotify again, we were part of the first wave of that. I still don't know how many podcasts have video, but we do. I asked them, I go, tell me what, because I know what we can do on YouTube and Facebook. We have little tips and tricks that we can do to make our episodes more enticing for people to click on and watch. When I spoke to Spotify about that, they were like, I'm like, what is it? Like, this is what YouTube does. This is what Facebook does. Can we do that there? And they're like, we don't really know. We're like, no.
They didn't. Spotify didn't even know.
No, nothing. And I was like, well, what's your algorithm favoring? Is it like 1 topic things, 2 topic, 3 topics? Should we do, customized thumbnails per episode? And they're like, the woman, I forget her name, but she was like, I literally don't know. And I don't know if we're sharing that with other people.
That's, to be fair, it would be weird of them to share that information because that would give people who know that info an edge. Is that like insider trading almost?
No, it's not insider trading.
It's not. It's not insider trading, but I'm just saying.
Trying to get more views than the fucking office ladies. That's not a crime.
Which is a what's it called? Sort of an inside track. Like why would they tell you how to beat out other people on their platform?
Okay, you're so far off on this.
I'm just asking the question. I don't know. Maybe there's an answer to it.
I'm giving you the answer. Let me tell you what it's like. It's like if I gave you a cabinet to put together, and when you were like, "Where's the instructions?" and I was like, "Oh, you don't get the instructions. You figure it out on your own."
Doesn't mean I can't put it together.
Right. Here's another comparison. It's like when your wife tells you to go down on her, but she doesn't tell you what she likes. And she just says, figure it out.
A lot more OnlyFans version, but yes, that's true.
All right.
That's an excellent thing. And then you don't figure it out. And next thing you know, the UPS guy has figured it out. And so you don't even have the chance to do it anymore.
Or you just have so much fun trying to figure it out that you don't even worry about the instructions.
Right. Or bill the accountant because he knows what he's doing. What?
How many bad oral experiences will you go through before you just go, it's not going to work?
Tell you when I
you're asking me, or this is hypothetical?
You're a bit. I have to ask you hypothetically. You fucking wound up with your high school sweetheart. Frank's really the only one to give an honest answer on this one.
I'll tell you when I reach the number where I get it right. Once I get it right, you'll be
No,
the first
on
to know.
you. I'm saying if you got a really bad beach, like a really bad one, how many more times are you gonna go to the bullpen for that particular young lady and give her another opportunity?
I don't know. I mean, how bad are we talking? I mean,
Bad.
oh,
Frank's like, there's no such thing as a bad beach.
that's hard to do, but it's not. It's not impossible though.
No, it's not.
It's not impossible.
It's
It
not.
depends because you could give instructions again. You're right.
I
That's
can't
where we
believe
need
I'm
the
the only one who's
instructions.
going to be honest here, too. You have two more.
Oh, I
chances.
was gonna say too, but with laughter. I mean,
I-
that always happens anyway. So
I mean, you get two more chances, and then that's it. If you can't get it by the, and in between chance 2 and 3, or I'm going to slightly hint at it in between 1 and 2. In between 2 and 3, I'm going to really be like, I'm going to lay something thick on. Like, this is what's really good. Or
yeah, you are gonna lay some thick on.
All right. So yeah, again, you got to
Hopefully.
you got to give instructions. I get it. I get the metaphor. So what was this about? What was the point of this?
I forget. Janine took me really just off the game. Oh, not knowing the rules. You're talking about insider trading, and I'm saying it's not insider trading. It's literally, how do we play this game? What are the rules?
Right.
And
I got you.
What can we do?
None of that is spelled out in their terms of service or anything.
Yeah, who's reading that shit?
All right. Well, if you don't want to read it, then you can't complain that they didn't give you the rules because they're probably right there.
But for years, like, people have been operating under no rules and just trying to figure it out. And it's like, if you just tell us, it'll be a lot easier. It'll be a lot better.
Yeah, I guess. So maybe you call someone, or you talk to someone there. Like, there's always a
call someone. You want us to call Google?
No, you're talking about Spotify. You said.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even still, they're just as crazy big. We can't.
You guide them to the right place.
You talk to someone that can get. There's always you don't accept a no from someone who doesn't have the power to tell you yes. So you go higher and higher until someone has the power to give you the information you need. The people that you're talking to might not legitimately might not know or might not have the power to tell you. So you go, all right, let me speak to a person higher. And
Can I speak to your manager?
Until you get to someone that could tell you.
But it's all over with everything. Imagine buying a Monopoly. Imagine buying a board game and it just doesn't come with rules. And there's just pieces and a board and cards. And it's just like,
I know.
Shit, I got to figure this out.
Gary, by the way, I know what you mean. And I appreciate it. Thank you.
Janie, again, with a super chat. Appreciate that so much. If you swear or use the C word, you lose money on that YouTube episode. Why you need the Cash App. I can tell you from firsthand experience, and I'm not going to name names or point fingers.
I don't know.
I'm going to point fingers. I won't name names, but I'll point a finger.
Well, it was funny that you both pointed fingers at the same person.
Yeah, I'll point this way.
Yeah.
There's no one over here.
But I would say we haven't silenced you, J Sabs, but we've given you a 1 C word an episode. There has been a 1 C word per episode.
Yeah, that's the
request. Yeah, I wouldn't even say cap. We can't, because we can't do that. We can't guarantee.
Well, you spent yours for today. That's it. You're out.
I did, but you know what? I felt like that was well worth it on that woman.
Yeah, I thought you hit it out of the park. I thought it was good.
Thank you.
That's why you get one. You have to use it wisely.
Last tidbit on Truth Social: 2 of the company's founding tech people have left. This is not going well. By the way, I'm still not in. Jason, you're in?
I'm in.
Do you check it? Is it good?
I haven't checked it since it said I was in that day.
That's the problem with the truth. Wait, are you still on the waiting list or were you in?
I was in.
Oh, you were? Okay. Yeah.
Did you have to let them know when you were in?
That's what she said.
Because that's not a good sign.
No, it definitely is not. Believe me, I know.
No, but they I remember. Nah, you know what? Because I do it too much. I was gonna crap on. Well, this whole thing, the trouble with Truth Social is crapping on Trump anyway. So why not? So I remember a few years ago when he was railing against Obamacare and the website's a disaster. You hire, I get someone to do it. I get someone to do it for $5, and they'll create a better website. Well, here's your chance. It's years later. What websites are easier to create? And they, you have your chance to do it. You're not under any pressure to get it out, get it going by a certain date or anything. You announce it when it's ready. You had all this chance, and it's turning out to be a crap show. So, It's not. My point is, whenever Trump says he can do this thing better than anybody else, it's bullshit every time. And here's another example.
I didn't see that comment that you're taking. That was
I'm surprised. I'm shocked.
Look at the title that you wrote. The title that you wrote of this whole segment is called "Truth Social in Trouble." So why would I sit here and go, "Well, I think it's great. What are we talking about? Give it a chance."
It's a fair I told you so. I'm not going to go against you. It's a fair I told you so.
That's everybody's been saying. No matter what this guy touches, it's garbage every time.
Speaking of which, Madonna's TikTok.
Yikes.
Kind of scary. Did you guys see the TikTok?
I did.
Let me throw it up on the screen for people who haven't seen it. She dropped this just before the Grammys. It's nothing more than her just kind of leaning into her cell phone camera.
She looks fucking disgusting. I'm sorry, but she does.
She's got the cheeks are the cheekbones. I think she did a little too much work there, but hey.
No, that's natural, Frank.
All right.
A little too much work.
I'm trying to be nice.
I don't know if she has a weird eye filter thing on. Does her eyebrows look like they're jumping a little bit? But I don't know if that's a filter or if that's.
Oh, her eyebrows look okay. I don't see.
I don't know. Like I don't know if those are her real color eyes or if that's like a filter.
Oh, her eyes.
But her forehead and those lips and those cheeks. And getting old sucks.
Well, she's 63 now.
Yeah.
And I think I don't think she's wearing a bra. I think her hair is covering her hoo-ha's.
She's definitely not wearing a bra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good for her.
I mean, hey, listen. She's still out there doing whatever she's doing.
Yeah, but you know what?
She's happy. Leave her alone.
This scared a lot of people because the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people. People were saying, I'll read a couple of comments. This honestly scared me. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
I'm just going to remember how fabulous she was in the 90s. Another person wrote, I love Madonna since I was little. Huge fan, love her, but this is a hard pass. What has she done to herself?
Hey, look, 180,000 likes. She's doing something right.
I mean, I guess so, but somebody wrote, how am I supposed to close my eyes and fall asleep now?
Well, it's true. James, like, too much Botox, cheek fillers, lip plumpers, yep, all of that. And then Glitch writes, nice tits. I like it. I laughed at that just now. It's creepy.
It's really creepy. And like pull that I mean, I guess you can't pull anything off the internet now, but
wait, David had a good comment. He wrote, is that Tekashi Sunshine 6ix9ine?
What is that?
He's a rapper.
I don't know.
He's never been on a Metallica track, Frank. Nobody's expecting you to know.
And neither has Madonna, so relax.
Yeah, I don't know. That's such that's terrifying. Like that's fucking terrifying.
It's not as bad as you're making it.
That's scary.
It's not great, but it's not. I mean,
Frank, watch it alone by yourself in the dark.
Yes.
Your penis will actually go inside itself, I think. Okay.
Yeah. This is what I want you to do, Frank. I want you to watch it at midnight in your bathroom, then look in the mirror and say Madonna 3 times and see what happens.
Right.
I'm not going to do that.
See? There
you can't make me do that.
It's terrifying. It's a terrifying thing. I don't know why you even do this though. Like and by the way, I'm empathetic. I'm sympathetic. It sucks to be like a beauty icon and then get fucking old. Like what else is she supposed to do? Like it sucks. But I also feel like put your best foot forward. And if this isn't it, then don't do it.
I think she's happy. She's doing what she's doing. She's got a lot of fans. Leave her alone. She's not doing anything wrong here,
I think we have a fundamental problem in society of like This idea. This is amazing to me. It's almost like smoking cigarettes. Like people smoke cigarettes knowing full well it is not good for them. People go into these fucking, plastic surgery places knowing full well you are not going to look good.
You know what they should have? They should have the statistics. Well, I guess it's hard to measure that. Like, what are the odds? Is it like a 10% chance you're going to look exactly the way you want? Or is it like a 50% chance you're going to come out looking exactly the way? Or is it something going to, what are the odds that something's going to, not come out exactly the right way? I mean, maybe that's the way she wants to look, and that's okay. I don't know.
I would think that there would be someone telling her, like one of her friends.
No
You should probably take that video down because you look a little creepy.
No one's going to tell Madonna what to do. She's Madonna.
Somebody
I know,
should.
but
Who
come
said-
on.
Janine, you had a good line in the text chat. Do you remember what it was?
I forgot.
Janine texted, I think Madonna needs a conservatorship.
Oh, no, that wasn't me, but I'll take
Oh, it wasn't you?
No, I'll take credit for that.
Take the compliment, yeah. Compliment for sure.
Take it.
Yeah, I don't I don't know. There's not a lot of win in that situation with Madonna, but that's clearly like a loss. Here, Frank, people are asking me to show you Tekashi 6ix9ine. There he is.
Okay, let me see.
Now, minus the tattoos, that's
right.
not far off.
I mean, you got the hair.
I don't even know what's happening in this post here.
Hi, Grant.
What's happening here?
Oh my goodness!
Look at this guy. It's a fat ass collage going on here.
Yep, got a lot of big booties.
Has there ever been a better time to have a big fat ass if you're a female?
No, there isn't.
Oh, this is the age of that.
This is it. Yeah. This followed shortly by, remember when they were like painting all like the heavy overset women, like those, you go to the Met and you just see all the old paintings of the overweight women. These are the two times.
Yep, this is representing the times right now. Yeah, 200, 300 years from now, they'll look back and say this was the age of the gigantic asses.
Just like the Jurassic era, this is the fat ass era.
the big ass era.
It is true. Big ass era.
My only hope is that 50 years from now, somebody will star in a film about Big Assic Park. That's my only dream.
Wow.
I would see that movie.
You could still keep that scene in where Jeffrey, what's his name, walks up to the huge pile of shit and says, "That's a big pile of shit."
Oh, I see. That's
Hold
messed
on,
up.
right. I have to do something.
Let's move on to the next one. Kanye pulls out of Coachella today, and this is after, I didn't know this until I was watching the Grammys, found out that he was banned from the Grammys.
Now, why was he banned? You banned.
What are you laughing at, Janine?
All right. In the chat, Grant said, "Tell me, buddy to buddy, is Anthony really the rapper? Mexican OT. Google him. It's worth the giggle." Oh my God.
See, now you got to bring up a picture.
Okay, hold on.
It's not. You don't look like him. I promise.
Mexican OT?
I promise you don't.
Is this a trick where you're going to pull up like something dirty?
No.
Okay.
It's going to be another big ass.
Oh, it's a big ass. I don't know. It's not coming up on Twitter, on Instagram.
Nope. You have to just Google it.
How do you look every time you look something up, it's on Instagram?
Well, it's easier for us from a thing. Mexican OT. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a big fat Mexican guy. That's the.
Show us the picture. I can't.
It doesn't look like you. I promise.
Yeah, it doesn't look like me.
Put it up on the screen. Come on. I can't see it. And I don't want to Google it. Come on, show everybody in the chat what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to, but I can't just pull up any random
That's what she
picture.
said.
Oh, that's true.
That's why Instagram is easier because it's their own pictures.
All right, that's a good point. All right, I'll just Google.
It's not even that good, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. I love Grant, but it's not. It's just a fat guy. Just picture a fat Mexican guy. You know. Anyway, all right. Where
All
were
right,
we?
I got him. But
I
that,
forget now.
yeah, I don't see it. More
see.
Matt Berry more than anything.
I
He's
don't
your
even.
doppelganger.
Yeah, that doesn't even work either. It
It
all.
works.
You guys are the worst.
I don't even know who that is.
Anyway, Kanye out of the. Oh, you asked me why there wasn't.
Why was he banned?
Super interesting. Grammys came out with a no cuck rule. You can't have cucks in the audience.
Oh.
That makes sense.
They identified the issue. Like, oh, there's a cuck. There could be a slapping. We can't have any cucks.
Right.
And so that's it.
You nip it in the cuck. I got it.
Nip it in the cuck. That's good. I feel like that could actually be a t-shirt.
Nip it in the cuck, baby.
Nip it in the cuck. Yeah, that's not bad. This also, you know what? Not that I want to like harp on the stupid Will Smith thing, but I have to tell you, because people have been sending me stuff like crazy. And again, this is why I don't go and read everything. It's gonna take me a second now to find it. But somebody sent me a clip of Will Smith, and he was on what's the one where they sit around the table? It was some round table thing. Maybe it was the Hollywood Reporter round table thing.
Okay.
Show. Anyway, it's one of those shows where like the
something happened here. Can I hear you? No.
What?
All right, J Sabs, something's going on where we could only see your ceiling. Now nothing. And she's gone.
Anyway, back to the topics. He was at this round table, and Will Smith said why he wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
Like what drove him to be an actor, and this explains so much.
Oh boy.
Like if people who were shaming me for saying this is all Jada's fault, listen where this poor son of a bitch is coming from and why he decided to be an actor in the first place. Take a listen to this.
Excuse me? When I was 15 years old, my first girlfriend cheated on me. And I remember making a decision that nobody would ever cheat on me again. And the way I was going to do that is by being the biggest actor on earth. Right? So there's been this weird psychology that always felt like if my movies are number one, my life is going to work out great. Excuse me?
That was from TikTok. That's where the weird guy giggling.
Oh, I was like,
that was
what?
Annoying.
Some guy watching the clip. Muzzy Sean. Muzzy Sean on TikTok. At Muzzy Sean.
All right. So the reason he wanted to be a big actor is because he got cheated on and he wanted to like, I'll show you kind of thing.
Which is legit the plot to Hitch, by the way. I mean, if anybody saw the movie Hitch, that's kind of what the movie is about. I didn't think that this actually happened to him, and it did.
That wasn't what it was about.
Yes, it was.
No, it was about taking people who, like, taking a guy who could never get a girl that's like insanely gorgeous and successful and stuff, and making him be able to get her.
Yeah, but you missed his whole backstory in that movie. Why he became this love guru, doctor fixer.
Oh, so cool. Okay, okay.
Because he got cheated on, and he didn't want that to happen again to him. So he thought, as an act of vengeance towards women who he felt had the upper hand, he was going to make sure that these slouches would have a shot at
Damn,
girls.
Right.
You're going deep into the movie.
Is that deep? It was in the flashback scene where the girls.
I feel like that's on the back cover of the DVD. But yeah, all right. So that was his whole reasoning for becoming an actor, and now his wife sleeps with all kind of, whoever the hell.
Yeah. And I'm not going to bring it up, but I also, we rewatched the clips of him sitting at that stupid Facebook roundtable with his wife where they were talking about what happened. And it's awful. Like he has tears in his eyes and she's like, tell the story because it's all your fault. Like that's literally what's happening.
Yikes.
Real nice for women to do that.
Yeah. It's awful. Like again,
women are the devil.
I say this again. She is the worst person on the planet if he's not gay. If he's gay, she's got an argument here.
Right.
But, if he's not, this is pretty bad on her part. I mean, it's really, really bad.
So what does this have to do with Kanye? Is this the cuck thing?
No cucks at the Grammys.
Got it.
No cucks at the Grammys. Janie, listen, I made the mistake of asking my hubs once if I was looking fat. After a pause, he said, why no gonna, you're just Rubenesque.
I'm sure that was supposed to be honey. Why no, honey? You're just Rubenesque.
There you go.
Oh, Jane, I feel for you. Can I give you that $5 back?
The answer to that question is always no.
Right.
You look,
no matter what.
No matter
you look, perfect, gorgeous, thin.
Very good, Frank. See, Frank knows. Frank knows what to say.
Yeah.
It's true for my wife, but for everybody else,
Got it, Frank.
You got it. It's true.
I'm with you, buddy.
That is true.
Can we do my video after this? Because okay, go ahead.
You got a tap? Okay. Grammys, while we're on the topic, Louis C.K. wins the Grammy for Best Comedy Album, and everybody is bringing up his sexual misconduct.
Come on.
Again. And you got to see some of these headlines. Louis C.K. wins Grammy for Comedy Album, in which he addresses sexual misconduct revelations. The disgraced comedian won Best Comedy Album when multiple sexual misconduct allegations were made against him. Here's another headline. The Grammys still haven't solved its biggest problem. A black artist won the top prize for the first time in 14 years. That's not enough. Moria Donegan, credit to Paul on Twitter, was the first one to send this to me. But it was basically everywhere today. I wonder if the careers of the women comedians Louis C.K. forced to watch him masturbate, who are allegedly threatened by C.K.'s manager, have recovered from the stigma of coming forward. Louis C.K.'s own career seems to have bounced back very well. Ouch.
Yeah, they all had. It's a good point. I mean, you could kick Will Smith, or they were gonna. Well, he quit the Academy, but threatened to take away his Oscar for assault, and then a year later, and a week later, the sexual assault guy, you get the Grammy. It's like,
can I risk my reputation here by putting out a point, asking a question?
Okay, because I probably agree with it.
Does he get any credit for being the only person throughout this entire Me Too period to cop to what he was accused of? Because he was the only one that came out and said, all these stories are true, and I did all these things. And by the way, I don't think he still did wrong. I'm not saying he didn't do wrong. He did wrong. But there seems to be a severe lack. He still uses power for sexual, favors or whatever. But there seems to be this comparison of him and Weinstein, and I just think that's
really
different things.
It's a little different. I mean,
but it feels like everybody who's against him, who again, I'm fully sympathetic here. Probably they were talking about people that have faced their own amount of bullshit in this particular area. So I don't want to be insensitive, but the guy did a bad thing. It wasn't the worst thing. It really wasn't even close to the worst thing of what some of these people did. When you look at some of the heavy hitters here,
right?
I don't know about the manager part. This is the first time I heard about the manager part.
I never heard about the manager thing. Yeah.
Other than that, he was just being kind of a dick, and he owned up to it and spent a lot of the time over the last 5 years in a timeout. Lost tons of money and deals and everything else, and hopefully became a better person in the process. Do we have to keep swinging this bat at him every time something happens to him?
Well, my whole thing is that did all of his victims forgive him and say, because once that happens, then I think the rest of us go along with what the victim's point of view should be or is. Once the victims are like, yeah, let's move on, it's over, we forgive him, then we should all be like, all right, that's what it is. But if there's still victims who are scarred and still can't stand the guy, and it's like, this is the worst, he did this to me and I had no control and I couldn't leave and this and that, and then it's like, all right, you're still a dick. If the victims forgave him and moved on, then maybe we should too. But I don't know if that happened.
I'm not saying it's. Go ahead, Janine.
I honestly don't think what he did was bad. I really don't. And I forgot who, but one of his victims said that, yeah, she could have just walked away and she chose not to. So it's like, I don't think that's a bad thing. He never forcibly touched anyone. All he did was take out his penis and
That's all he did was whip it out and jack it in front of them.
I'm sorry, but you could have left. You could have left. He didn't make you stay there. He didn't lock the door. You could have just gotten up and left. And I forgot who it was, but she said, yeah, I probably should have just left.
Well, there's also a power difference. Like you're Louis C.K. and you're an up-and-coming comedian, and you kind of,
it's a power difference because every one of these comics have been in New York City, and if you've been in New York City for more than 3 months, you've seen somebody do this on the subway.
Exactly.
So that's not the bad part. The bad part is the power dynamic between the two of them. That's the part where it gets a little complicated.
Didn't Whitney Cummings say that he did that in front of her?
I think so.
Well, Sarah Silverman did.
There was quite a bit of comics who were kind of like, this is done now. It's not that big.
Yeah, it is done.
That it happened to, and they were like, I don't want to talk about this anymore because, and I even understand that standpoint because let's say this happened to you. You don't want to be the person that Louis C.K. jerked off in front of. You want to go out and
make it on
your own. You
mean if I was a comedian? Oh no, I would put that in my bit somehow. Definitely. Absolutely.
That would be hysterical if you could make it a bit.
Well, what if the manager apparently threatened you or whatever?
That would be
if that's what's going on. I don't know. I never heard that till just now.
Yeah, as I can recollect, I think there was something of like, just don't say anything. I don't know if there was like, I'm going to end your career, but it all got out anyway. I mean, we have to live in the world that we live in. Not hypothetical worlds. And again, I feel like Frank, you say this all the time about cancel culture versus forgiveness culture.
Right.
It feels like this is maybe, and I don't think we get this often. And I want to say this. I don't know if we have this opportunity outside of this one particular instance because of the fact that he didn't touch these girls or really force himself on them. I don't know if we have a chance to have a forgiveness culture moment outside of this particular instance.
I think, again, it has to do with the victims. And if they forgive and they're like, we should all, put this behind us, let the guy continue his career, then I think, we should take a cue from them. Those are the people that are affected by this the most, not us. They're the ones that should lead the forgiveness or non-forgiveness train.
Yeah, because this could just be my line, but I mean, Cosby's never getting forgiven.
No.
And it's crazy that he's out walking free,
Yeah.
Weinstein never forgiven. I think even if you do this to if you force yourself upon one person, I can't. I don't know if I could forgive that.
No,
I really can't.
It's completely,
This because of, again, how some of the people have reacted, the victims, I mean, and the fact that he copped to it. Because when he did that, I honestly thought, I wonder if this will be an example for other people. Like, I wonder if they'll be like, you know what? I fucking did this. I can't hide from it anymore. And that be a form of progress. But I don't know if you again, that's the good part about it. Like, you look at it and go, maybe this will help other people just be like, I'm not going to fucking put these women through hell anymore. I did this and it was wrong. And I, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, he admitted it. That's a small, you get a little bit of credit for that, but sure. And then, and I got to say, when he apologized, he wrote the thing and it felt legitimate and it felt like he was speaking from the heart. Listen, I did it. This was wrong. I feel bad for these women. They didn't deserve the whole thing that he laid out for everyone. Great. But then there should be, let's hear, if they want to speak, let's hear from the people that he did this to. What's their view from it? I don't think I've ever heard anything from them, and they don't have to say anything. But I'm saying, like, if we're all to move on, I think they're the first people that should or should not move. They're the first people that should lead the way.
And again, I haven't heard from all of them, but the ones that I do remember that stick out of my mind, they just wanted to move on with life. You know, they don't want.
Yeah, they don't want to rehash it and stuff. I get that, and
Yeah.
that's their choice, of course.
Yeah,
Completely their choice. Also, I think the other interesting take on this is people are saying that cancel culture is not real anymore. That it's just timeout culture. Like you really cannot be canceled anymore. You could just spend some time in the corner.
I don't know, man. There are some people that got canceled, and I don't think they're coming back. There are people that were canceled and are coming back, but I think for the big ones, the Weinsteins, the Cosbys, and the what's his name, Spacey. I don't think he's coming back.
You think Will Smith comes back?
Yes, I think Will Smith comes back. I think he pays some dues. I think after a while, a couple of movies will come out, and everybody, it was a great movie, and that'll be that.
Janie again. Hey, you guys, have you guys heard of ketchup potato chips found in Canada? I've heard they are the bomb. Didn't we talk about doing ketchup potato chips at one point for?
I don't know. There were ketchup. Do you remember? I don't know if we ever talked about this. Ketchup slices. Did you ever see that?
No.
A slice of ketchup.
Picture Kraft singles cheese in the plastic.
Yeah.
Turn it red. It's a slice of ketchup.
And what, you just put it on your burger and
put it on the burger, and I guess
is that
it
because
melts.
Squeezing is so difficult? Is that
apparently?
Okay.
I don't know, but I've seen that. I haven't seen it in stores, but I've seen it online or in I guess memes and stuff. But I don't know if they actually sell it or where you would be able to get that. But
the pudding skin thing from Seinfeld, I would love to see that happen. That's what
pudding skin singles. Those are worth getting.
We got to get to this wedding video. Quick update on the Dots thing. We've reached out to the Pretzel podcast. I can't find the guy, but I found the girl.
Dot?
Not Dot.
The podcast.
I want to talk to them more than Dot, really, to be honest with you. But reached out, 2 emails, completely unresponsive so far. Not even a fucking.
Do they work at that company that I was gonna interview at the penile implant and prosthetic place?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is the NPR people. I would say let's tweet her, but she hasn't used her Twitter in like 7 years, so that's not going to work. But we're going to keep trying to get the Pretzel people on because I'm obsessed with the Pretzel podcast host. I got to talk to these people. I got to know.
It would be an interesting convo.
What makes them tick. Also, Dot's Pretzel product tasting, perhaps Friday. We'll keep you posted.
Friday. We got to get those pretzels in house.
Already ordered, my friend.
You're kidding?
On the way
Did you?
To your domicile as well as JSAB.
Nice.
So if we can get them on time, we had a couple people that are like, I went out and bought them. I have them. So if you have them and you're waiting to do the taste test, kudos to you, by the way, because I don't know if I could wait.
Yeah, I didn't even order them. You guys ordered them. Great. Good for you. Now,
But
did you get me my bold and zesty?
I got the 3. I don't know. I got whatever the 3 variety pack was.
All right.
Which wasn't easy to get. I tried to get the Pepsi Nitro.
Right.
People are selling that shit for like $35 a can on the internet.
You
cannot get that anywhere.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you cannot get Pepsi Nitro anywhere.
Is it that good, you think? Or it's just because it's a rare promotional thing?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I went and looked. I looked all around. Walmart said they had it, but they didn't. You Google things now, and they come up, and then you go to the sites, and they're not there.
No.
That's
Target,
true.
Same thing. Amazon is where it was like $35 a can. They were selling the individual cans. I was like, I don't love this that much. Then I went to the Pepsi website, and they said that you couldn't order it online, but some bodega in Connecticut supposedly had some. I can't. Yeah, that's.
And you didn't go for the pod. There's something wrong with you.
Okay, I don't know how soon it is, but it's called Slice of Sauce.
Okay,
is the slice of ketchup? I just want to bring because they're mentioning it in the chat. Slice of sauce. I don't know how they're gonna do. Like, I don't think this is gonna happen. But there's a lot of. Can I show you a picture of it?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well,
you're obsessed with a slice of ketchup.
There's the packet that it comes in.
That looks as disgusting as I thought it would look.
And wait till you see the actual ketchup.
Oh,
looks like a fruit roll-up.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to throw up. Goodbye. Nope.
It's a slice of sauce. I don't know how this. I feel like this is an old concept that I don't know if it ever panned out. But
All right, before we lose the JSAPs, let's get this wedding story.
Okay.
You're obsessed with this. I wouldn't mind a wedding topic per episode. By the way, these have all been great.
they're fun. So go ahead.
Are you waiting for me to talk?
Yeah, well,
This is your story.
I didn't read it. You were like, I got this great thing.
Well, this woman on TikTok posted, I guess it was just a message about how she found a secret folder in her fiance's computer, and it had naked pictures of her sisters and her coworkers. Okay? Disgusting.
So
I would flip. And that she was 3 months away from getting married.
So did she flip on the sisters and coworker too?
It
Like-
didn't say that.
Was it like a consensual? They were like he was cheating with them or something, or was it just he found these pictures somehow?
I think that they sent.
They sent it to him. Oof.
Did she
Okay.
copy the pictures?
Oh, I don't know. I definitely would have taken screenshots.
Because that would have been the move.
What's happening here?
This is a TikTok, right?
Oh, all right.
No, I have a lot of regrets
Hold on.
in my life.
I found all the terrible things my ex-fiance was. Wait, did I?
No,
Let's
I
go
have a
back
lot
to the
of
beginning
regrets
here. When I found out all the terrible things my ex-fiance was doing, I told him that if he didn't get help the next time I would see sex
you
offender
mute it?
registry. He replied saying, I know I'll never forget this feeling. Is this it?
Yep.
In my life.
Can you mute it? That was annoying.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
heard that.
Oh, sorry. I got my volume down. I didn't realize I was playing something.
What do we?
Oh, wait. Was it this one?
Yeah, this
then-
is
Yeah.
This is,
Imagine being engaged 3 months away from your dream wedding. Invitations are sent on a random Thursday, finding out your fiance has been hiding a corn. Oh, is that porn?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a thing now, right?
Yep.
They put corn instead of porn. Folder, which includes photos of your sisters and his coworkers.
His coworkers.
right. His coworkers. That's it's messed up. So she's got a lot of people to be mad at here. Of course, the ex-fiance, but the sisters and the coworkers. Maybe they don't know, and they're just sending because they think it's. They just want to send nudes. People do that, I guess. But maybe they don't know he's engaged. But the sisters have no excuse.
Sisters, that's rough. I mean, your sister. Was it? I don't want to jump to conclusions because he could have been like snapping. He could have been like outside the window snapping pictures of her. That it's totally his fault.
No.
This
You
was
think she's just sending the pictures over?
Yeah, I think so.
Dear Lord.
it's messed up.
See, girls are so shady.
So's the guy.
I know. Just kidding.
I mean, come on.
Obviously. Oh my God. I don't even know what I would do. I would go nuts. I would. You know me. I would go nuts.
What would you do? Would you eat? I mean, what would you do if you just found nudie pics?
Well,
It
the wedding
would be
would be
a-
called off, and I'd probably make a TikTok video about it.
Do exactly what this woman did.
Exactly. Probably send screenshots to all of his family members and mine and all our friends.
Bam.
Oof. That's just
So-
for starters.
So you just start a vicious revenge, like a John Wick style revenge
Oh, 1,000%.
on everybody. But instead of like murdering people, you just spread their pictures around.
And it's his coworkers, so I would send it to probably the owner and
So what
HR too.
Well, what if his coworkers have no idea he's engaged and they just think they're in like a flirty, sending nudes relationship back and forth?
Mm-mm.
And they're
Because I've been to the office, so they know we're engaged. They know he's engaged, so
well, in your situation, but if it's in this situation,
no.
what if
it would be
no
known.
matter who it is, everybody's held accountable. All right.
Everybody's got to go down.
All right.
Yep. Sorry. One
Burn the
person,
world down.
Everybody is.
All right.
Can I tell you what the move here is? You buy the nearest billboard
Oh,
by
yeah.
the office, and you slap up everybody's picture.
Well, you can't slap up. I don't think that you could legally put up. Maybe you blur it or you put black bars over.
Yeah, I gotta blur it up a little bit.
You blur it.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
here's my ex-fiance, and here's what he's did. You know, that kind of thing.
Address, website of the company,
Yeah,
social media handles.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
yeah, you got to go for it.
That's a costly revenge.
By the way, who saves pictures anymore? I mean, really, honestly,
Dumb, right?
how could you save pictures? It seems crazy to me.
I don't get it. But this guy had a folder of them. What are you gonna do?
Do you send nudie pictures to your wife, Frank?
Do I know?
J Sabs?
I could just take my pants off like right
I'm
now.
sorry, you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
My point is that even when Cuddles is feeling a little saucy, and I'll get the random photo sometimes,
You delete it fast.
I delete it. I look at it, I enjoy it, take it in, and I delete it. I don't need that falling into anybody's hands.
And by the way, Meh on the chat comes up with a pretty good point here. Pretty sure spreading the pictures is illegal. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you could show anybody's. Well, blurred, you probably could, right? I don't know if that's illegal.
Well,
like if you put like a bar over the naughty parts.
I know, and unfortunately, this is true. At least in New York, this is the law. If you send someone a naked picture, that person can go and do whatever they want with it. They could put it up on a website. They can do whatever.
It's now their picture.
Yeah, there is a revenge porn rule, though.
Yep.
There is a revenge porn law where there's something that you can't do. I don't know. I forget what it is.
Yeah, I think that.
I don't think you could get paid for it, but you can still put these pictures on a corn website.
I mean, and then whose picture is it? The person who took the picture, or who? Like, if it's sent to you, is it your picture now?
I feel like there should be a scorched earth spouse, addendum to all these things, where it's like, oh, if you were being cheated on by a piece of shit, these rules don't apply.
Yeah,
You can do whatever the fuck.
Go nuts.
Get over it. Yeah. Because, I mean, when you think about it, you're kind of stopping a murder. When you think about it,
that's true.
You hope that if you flex this muscle, it will stop an actual murder.
Well, right. that for me, definitely, that would be like, that would 100% include me.
You'd flip out.
Nightmare. That's a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That.
Not cool.
Oh, God. I wonder if this guy was sending pictures of himself too to these women.
I'm sure. I can't imagine it would be a one-way street, especially with
men.
It's at least 3 people,
yeah.
Sisters, or 4 people, co-workers plural and sisters plural. It's at least 4 people. So I'm sure it wasn't a one-way street. Him getting
2 people.
Sisters.
Does anybody hear a ringing noise?
That's your tinnitus.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Oh, I hear.
Now I hear it. Now it stopped. Okay, I know what it is.
Your phone ringing?
No. I know what it is.
Okay. I got nothing.
I just don't. I mean, like, life is over, isn't it? Like when you come across that, like, it's done with.
Well, that part of your life is over, sure. When your fiance, it's bye fiance time.
Yeah, but
you got to start a new life with someone else.
Well, it's true, because if Janine finds it, there's a lot more life over than
literally, yeah.
Before the wedding, that's
no. If Janine finds out, then her husband's life is literally over.
Yeah, and there's nothing we could do about it. Like, he would just be gone. Like, Frank? Let me ask you this question: how many friends gatherings do you think it would be before we put it together that Janine killed her husband?
I think we would know the instant guy that your husband doesn't show up somewhere.
No, I think it would
because the excuse.
Months.
I think I don't think the excuse would because we suspected already, and nothing's happened.
I'm saying she could be like, "Oh, he's working," or "Oh, he had to go help his mom."
No, that's not true.
His mom kind of lives like a 45-minute drive away. I think that I would buy that you'd get at least 2 of
No.
those out of me.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to use as excuse because then, yeah, I'm
Oh,
going
yeah,
to give
that's
it all
true.
away right now.
That's a good point.
Oh, he had to work. IT problems. Ooh, server was down. Okay, there you go.
That's true. Your brother uses that excuse all the time.
I gotta go.
J Sabs.
I don't like it when you announce you're leaving. I just like it when you leave.
I had a really good video, and you forgot about it. So
I
it's
thought
okay.
this was the video.
What
Oh my
video?
God, no!
Oh, you didn't tell me there was another video. I thought that was the video.
A video about this?
Wednesday.
I am not at fault here. I have text messages to back this up. Janine said I have a really good video. I said, "What is it?" Then you sent the story.
Oh, I sent it to the group though. Meaning us three.
That's not the show, though. Oh, the group.
The
I didn't
throuple.
see that.
Oh, I can't keep track of these things. Oh, so is this like a personal video?
Yes.
I don't have it. I don't see it.
Shit. Tease of all teases.
I don't see it.
Is this a members only video?
Aha.
Or does this need accompaniment? Do we need to talk about? Can we put it in the members only area now and then talk about it on Wednesday?
Sure.
That's a doable thing?
Yep.
That's something.
There you go. There's a reason to join. I mean, who doesn't want to see? I could not go to sleep without seeing this video at this point.
Can you send it to me? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
You have to join. You have to become
I have to be a member.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No freebies.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so there you go. J Stabs just offered up an exclusive. I don't know what this could possibly be. This is amazing. You get it a full 48 hours in advance from when. And can I just say this too? We all know how flaky Janine could be. She might be like, I don't want to do it on the show anymore. And
What?
the only people who would have saw it were the members.
Ooh, right.
Sign up right now. AnthonyOnAir.com has the link on the homepage. Of course, it's in the description of this episode, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or Spotify. You click on over to our YouTube channel, which again, you could get to by going to AnthonyOnAir.com. And then you join up to see this video. There she goes.
She's out.
This is exciting. I'm dying to see what this is. I don't know if I could say what the last video she showed me was, because I don't know if we talked about it on the air, but I can honestly tell you, I cackled out loud for at least 45 minutes when I watched the last video that Janine showed me.
It was today?
No.
Oh, all right. I don't know which video. All right. I don't know which video you're talking about there. Plus, she said she sent it to us. I don't see it.
She sent us. Let me see here.
She sent us this story about the wedding thing, but that's all I saw.
Right. Well, she had texted me, I have a good video for later. Oh, that was directly to me.
All right.
She didn't put that in the group chat.
Did she send you the actual video or just say that I have a video? Okay.
No. Because I would have said I saw it. I didn't see it. But I said to her, she said, I have a good video for later. I said, what is it? And then she sent
that's what
the other thing. So I thought, oh, all right.
I didn't think there was something else.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I didn't think I thought that was it. I thought that was the video that we were talking about. And then she's acting all mad at me. Not my fault.
I hear you. Jack me off for $2. Wrath of J Sab equals Wrath of Khan. God. Twix.
Oh, was that what that's from? I never got that.
Are you kidding me? The whole episode they're talking about.
I don't even know what Wrath of Khan is. I
hate you.
Star Trek thing?
Yes. I don't know why we're friends.
I know it's Star Trek and not Star Wars.
I
got that part of it.
That's amateur stuff.
You
gotta know.
All the nerdy shit.
How do you not know that though? They even talked about it in Seinfeld. The Wrath of Khan.
Oh,
she's
that it
not
was
really gone. If you find a way to remember her.
It's hard to keep track of all that stuff. It's really, really hard.
All right.
Janie discussing a tasting segment. 9F at least 15 times. I don't know what that means.
15 items. 9F. Janie, can you explain what that means? I don't know what that is.
Coming up.
9F. At least 15 times. Oh, maybe we said the F word like 15 times or 9 times. I don't know.
But I'm excited for the pretzel tasting episode. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man. If I don't get my bold and zesty, I'm going to be very unhappy.
It is bold and zesty. Before we get to fan feedback, family feedback,
This is your family.
My family, my uncle was gracious enough. Uncle Jamie was gracious enough to sign up and become a member.
Very nice.
Be it Uncle Jamie. That's the thing.
Love it, Uncle Jamie. Thank you.
Love the support. And then, of course, would it be my biological uncle? Because Uncle Jamie's through marriage. What would you call my uncle?
Your uncle, just your uncle. It doesn't matter, biological or not. You're still uncle.
But how do you describe that? Like, that's my mother's brother.
Uncle through marriage. That's all.
But no, he's not. He's the first uncle. What do you say?
Then just uncle.
Just uncle.
Yeah,
Why
you
does
don't have to qualify it. Uncle? It sounds weird in your head.
No.
What the hell?
I started with his spouse, and then how do I describe that this is the uncle, the first
Your
uncle?
blood uncle?
Blood uncle. That's it. That blood relative.
You're a
That's what I
blunkle?
was thinking. I couldn't get to blood relative.
Let's make it blunkle.
Okay, so my other uncle, the blood relative, he goes like this to me. What do I get for the $2.99 I'm paying?
So your uncle through marriage just jumped on board.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm in. Sign me up.
The
and
uncle through blood
was like, what am I getting?
What am I getting out of this? And I go, this was through our family Zoom. We have a family since the pandemic. The one good thing about the pandemic, honestly, kind of brought us all a little closer because we Zoom once a week now. It's very touching. A wonderful
poor bastard.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But he goes, what does it do? I go, I was done with this bullshit show. And now that you're paying, I come on here, I give you a little fucking extra. That's what you're getting for it.
Right.
Be thankful I'm here and still talking to you people.
Agreed.
By the way, have I mentioned this? I'm the biggest celebrity in that family chat.
That's sad.
Well, for them.
For you too.
I mean, I don't know what else I could say, but one of the other members of the family was hobnobbing with all the celebs the other day. But I don't know if I could talk about that. But I'm just saying, out of anybody who can get a table at a fucking high-end restaurant in Manhattan, I think I have the best chance at it. Biggest star there.
You might have the best chance, but I mean, when you're all dealing on a zero level, what numbers are we talking about here?
I go like this to them. I go, I can text Jimmy Fallon right now. Can you? And they go, this is literally the 400th time you said that. Can you please stop?
You could text
and that was just Jimmy Fallon. And then my family was like, we don't believe that you actually think that.
You could probably text him. I believe that, but I don't think he's texting you back.
And then my other uncle, I don't know if this is a New York thing, an Italian thing, or a New York Italian thing, but my other uncle goes, can you share the password with me? I'm like, this is not fucking cable, and it's not 1987. Stop trying to fucking bootleg
password
everything.
So it's one subscription and everybody gets in on it? That kind of thing?
My other uncle, my aunt's husband, goes, can you fucking send me that password so I can get on? I go, that's not the fucking... I go,
well, how does it work? Tell the folks how it works. There are people that don't know. Maybe they think you get one subscription and everybody gets in on it.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, like Netflix, like we share it all around, like 47 people. I'm like, I'm not fucking Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a small business here.
This is Antflix.
Yeah, I'm like, fucking Frank needs to eat. Don't be fucking out there sharing. I'm like, and you're on the $2.99 level. You can't be fucking sharing shit on the Viola level. I appreciate everybody who's done that. But
Viola's a great level. But
I got a lot of shit from my family, though. They're trying to fucking bootleg. Next thing I know, because here's the problem. And before you throw judgment my way, Frank, I could see it in your eyes, or some of the people at least. Before they're not going to stop with just sharing amongst themselves. You're going to find my uncle out in the corner of Jersey on the fucking boardwalk with a sign up going like, I have a fucking, discounted membership. He's going to be out there charging 99 cents, going to have 500 people fucking sharing the password for the same thing. And then he's making money off of my, shit.
Well, it's not a bad racket.
I mean, people may not know this, but I didn't even know you could pay for cable legally until I was 24. When I moved into my first apartment, I go, who's the guy who's got the thing, for the cable? And my landlord was like, the fuck you talking about? I go, I'm going to get all the channels. I got to, he goes, you just pay the cable company. I go, the who? What?
So remember, I don't know, a week ago when you had the co-hosts commit felonies thing?
Mhm.
Now you have to put aunt commits felony.
Technically, I didn't commit a felony, but my parents did. I'm happy to give them over to the FBI.
Yeah, but now you knew. Okay, well, there you go.
Be honest.
Aunt's family.
In the neighborhood that we grew up in, how many people did you know that legitimately paid the cable company for fucking cable?
I think it was one house, and then everybody kind of branched off of it. There was one legit house, and then everybody just kind of hooked in.
I would love to know if this was all people in general, because if I told you the lengths that my family went through to get illegal cable, like it would be like, okay, somebody just brought up the cable guy. All right. When I
Love
watched
that movie.
Cable Guy, I love that movie too. But when I watched that movie and I saw how they got the illegal cable, like by bribing the cable installer, I'm like, that's not how it works. That's bullshit. You have to go to a guy behind the alley, behind the shady deli, not the good deli, the shady, shitty deli, and hope he's fucking there and has the thing that you need to get the fucking hookup. That's where you go for illegal cable.
But what's the thing? I never understood that. Like, you have to have some kind of connection with the cable company, no? You can't just hook a wire into something and say, "Oh, got cable now."
When I tell you, okay, this should honestly be bonus content, but we're just going to give this to people now. The lengths that we went to, there was a thing called a trap that you used to, it was like this metal thing that you used to screw in. So when you would like connect the cable to your house, you screwed this thing in and it would block the cable company's ability to see if you were running illegal cable.
I don't think they sold that in Radio Shack.
Yeah, no, they did not.
Okay.
They fucking did not. You got that from fucking Ralphie behind the fucking deli. Okay. And that was
the conversation started like this.
Exactly. And you didn't fucking bring anybody that Ralphie didn't recognize to Ralphie's area, because then there's going to be a lot of trouble.
Ralphie only dealt with people he knew.
Right. You had to vouch for that shit. Okay. Do you remember this, Frank? I don't even know if you had this. Do you remember the old, now I got to look this up, the old movie rental cases?
Yeah, the big jacked out friggin' things you couldn't leave the place with. Right?
Right. It would be this big thing, and let me see here. This is a Blockbuster Video one.
You mean just the box, that like the VHS box or something?
Just the actual VHS box itself.
Yeah. What about it?
Okay, here. Let me bring this one up so people know what the hell I'm talking about, because we got a whole era of children watching that have never done anything but stream things illegally. Like, people thought that Napster was a big deal. That was fucking nothing. Okay, remember these cases?
Of course.
Picture it doesn't have the Blockbuster thing on it. It's just a blank case.
Right.
At one point in the history of illegal cable, there was a time when the cable companies were sending out, like, they'd call it scrambling. And so anybody who wasn't paying for cable, if you had like the illegal box, they would scramble your box. Somebody invented something. I still to this day don't even know how it worked. But it was in one of these cases, and the case was like glued shut. And there was some computer circuitry in this fucking case. And you would put this case, it would be this case, Frank, with a huge AC adapter coming out of the back of it. Okay. And you would put this box on top of your cable box and you would plug it in. And after like 30 seconds, it would do something to the cable box because you'd have it right on top, and boom, your cable would fucking come back.
Man, you dealt in some weird shit, because I never heard of this thing. It was like the Game Genie for cable.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Game Genie?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of like that. You put it on top and you would fucking, and boom, you'd get your illegal cable back, all the channels. And there was a point where then that stopped working. Like, they got onto that. And then you had to go find the guy who had the new fucking zappy thing to figure out and make that work. And then you'd be having these conversations. Don't go to Ralphie. He doesn't have the thing that works anymore. You got to go to Jamesy.
You go see
over
my
on
guy.
the old side. He's fucking got him right now. I don't know how he's got him. I don't know what he's doing.
You
Don't
go
tell
see my
Ralphie
guy.
that-
I'll
yeah,
hook you up.
don't tell Ralphie Jamesy's got it, because then they're gonna have a fucking problem, and none of us are gonna have cable. So let's all keep it under wraps and keep this train going.
And if anybody asks, you don't know me.
Yeah, I never said any of this.
I never told you any of this.
We're gonna delete this episode.
Right. Hey, I had nothing to do with this. This is all this way. This one is identifying the hookups and the boxes and the wires coming out of God knows what.
It would. By the way, and here's I go back to this again. Like when you grow up this way, you don't doesn't dawn on you like, holy shit, people don't live like this. People pay for their cable.
Yeah, you're just come from a family of criminals. I get it.
And then it was the satellite dishes, and then there was a card that went into the satellite dish. So then you got every other Thursday, everything would go down, and you gotta have to fucking call, hey Billy, all right, I gotta go in there. I got 6 houses to do. I'll come meet me, but okay. And you fucking drive to this fucking place at 9:30 at night to give Billy your old card, and he would give you the new fucking program card.
I never heard any of this either. I don't know what you're talking about, but it all sounds real.
I'm telling you, all of this shit happened. All of it in the effort to not pay for cable. So it really shouldn't be any surprise that my own family is trying to find a way to bootleg my own fucking podcast. It really is.
I'm not surprised. I don't know why you are.
Yeah. It's crazy. It is really crazy. So fight family piracy.
It's not a victimless crime.
It's not a victimless crime. And join the podcast because we need the support for sure. We need that support.
This is your FBI warning. Frank breaks the internet warning.
Fan feedback here. I don't know if I have a lot of fan feedback, to be honest with you. I got to see what I grabbed here.
I only want to hear the positive stuff today.
Okay, well then that's gonna.
Then we're done. All right. See you next show. No, I don't care.
Yeah, that's really it. Oh, I got to do a shout out to Debbie, longtime listener. Listen back to when this was a morning show without Frank. Just go show you how horrible that was.
Debbie.
And Debbie's still here listening, still here kicking it with us. Again,
Awesome.
It's really extraordinary to have that support for so many years.
Thank you, Debbie.
Absolutely love it. Boy, we're running short on time here, Frankie, aren't we?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Looks like
okay.
it.
We'll get to more of these fan feedbacks on the next episode.
Yeah, keep them coming. Let us, write in the comments below the YouTube page, Facebook. We like hearing from you. No matter what you got to say, let us hear it. We don't delete your stuff. If anybody thinks we delete anything, we really don't. Unless you're like throwing hate speech out there, we don't delete anything. If it gets deleted, YouTube usually catches it before anybody. Anything else.
100% true. Yeah, 100% true. And I also say, if you write us and you don't hear back from us all that quick, we do read everything. It just takes a while, and it does take a while to respond sometimes.
Or we just don't like you.
Well, that's always a possibility. But
right. No, we like you.
For the most part, it's all the other things.
Right.
Don't forget to visit shopanthonyonair.com. Of course, we're always throwing up new merch there. Our latest is the I'm Here for Cuddles shirt.
Nice.
We've got that on sale right now. And of course, you can not only get that in the t-shirt, which we are displaying, but it comes in the sweatshirt, and you got bags.
Got a lot of interesting stuff on there. A lot of different styles, hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops.
Yeah, look at this crop hoodie. This is what the ladies are wearing, Frank. Look at that. Like
that's fun.
Yeah.
Show off the old belly button ring.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I couldn't wear this. It would be quite embarrassing. I'd get thrown out of any place if I walked in with this crop hoodie. But
no, that would be horrible.
For attractive people, it works.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so grab that. And again, AnthonyOnAir.com has all our links and information, including how to join and become a member, get that exclusive info. Janine sent me the video, by the way. That will be up momentarily. So join now if you want to see the J Sabs video. Frankie, good job.
Hey, thank you. You too.
Catch you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Again, it's all at AnthonyOnAir.com.
Show me potato salad. Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.